Hello. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Am I live? Very nice. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to Honkai Star Rail. This is event story 3.3. And honestly, I don't care much about Forest. I just care about the avatar. I can't wait to see what she's gonna do. They really left out the cliffhanger. The last version. I hope there will be payoff. I swear I didn't see her this time. Okay. Let's continue, and you have experience for ascension and for partings. I don't care about any of these. Time and again, farewells haven't numbed you. You can help but wonder how many more goodbyes will the journey of trailblazing entail. You question whether you'll be able to express each goodbye with a heartfelt emotion. Your thoughts sink into the ocean. You recall how the Arboreals cherished epics using story to soothe their sorrow. Perhaps you should embrace this way to dispel your melancholy and regain your strength. Then let us begin. Countless words of adventure surge through your mind. You need only to grasp just one to anchor your creation. Is my voice okay? Then let us begin. Countless words of adventures. Alright, not sorry, not good, am I? Okay. Don't be influenced by the noise outside. Just focus on the keywords in your mind. This is indeed difficult. Should still clinging tightly to your inspiration, weaving heartfelt and elegant verse. Alright, this is impossible task. So when glance at your phone, it won't disrupt your thoughts. Or so you tell yourself. Saber! Great mystery. Last time in Stygia, zero time for treasure hunting. Absolute disaster. Now the river of soul is mostly retreated. I'm back, baby. In the water, a big shiny chest. I can use the miracle orb, and I can wade through your power of time is needed. Now! 70 split. 30 for you and 70 for me. Exactly, 30 for you and 70 for me. Details, gimmicks. Get here and we can talk. That's more cute. You must admit, even during the adverse and struggling low point, there are still those who live cheerfully, Saber endless, searching desire for wealth seems to be more turbulent than the waterscape. Forget the past for now. It only brings sorrow, but sadness has no place in this moment. What you need is the drive to move forward. You decide to hit the Stygia where the river of souls is no longer blocked. To meet up with Cat Girl, hopefully those glittering, clinking trinkets will, as always, lift your spirit.
Styxia's moonlight is so beautiful, and the River of Souls is so quiet. It's like everything that happened was just a dream. I wonder if Cass is doing okay on the other side. If I write a letter and put it in a drift bottle, will she be able to read it?
Now is not a time to put down.
You're right. We promised Cass that we continue the flame chase journey, so we can't let her worry. Now's not the time to feel down. We gotta pull ourselves together. By the way, it was Miss Cypher who asked us to come here. But where has she gone? Huh?
What's that sound?
I don't know. This aura feels so familiar. Let's go check it out together. Be very... I have a bad feeling about this.
Oh, welcome back, Cecilia. You really give me a hard time last version. River of Souls. According to the myth of Boris, certain hero of Castrum Kremnos were dipped upside down into the River of Soul at birth by his mother, believing its water would grant him invulnerability. However, because the mother held him by his ankle, that spot remained untouched by the river, leaving a single weak point. Is this river truly a miraculous, as the legend says? There's only one way to find out: experimentation. After all, truth is tested through practice, and here no miracle of Onyx will protect you. You decide to... Wait a second, who said the experiment has to be on yourself? Oh, I know. I see what you mean. Bring Mams here. Let's go to the whole bucket and bring it back to the back for everyone to try. Ooh! See how I show Black Tide's creature into the River of Souls. Might as well poke it with a bat and see what happens. Yeah. Congrats, you obtained the Undying Bat. Its weak point is whenever you're holding it. Bruh. These monsters are seriously unlucky, scaring themselves all day long, only to end up getting scared by you instead. Plop. Tell me, did you drop this golden monster or this silver one? Shit. I see it. You're just making this up, aren't you? Wow, way to kill the immersion. Anyway, the River of Souls doesn't really do much to the monster. And let's be real, this water runs deep. Unfortunately, the River of Souls isn't actually water. It's a phenomenon, something you cannot take with you. But you could try rallying your bad-loving friends to come here and test it out with you. Alright. Well, that's about cover all the experiments. I could try it myself. For the sake of keeping most of your body intact and avoiding a full submersion situation, you decide to start with just your feet. People always say I had no knees and I can jump. And now, worst case, I have no ankles. Physically speaking, of course. Wait, they are aware. They're definitely aware of, because our player cannot jump in this game. Shove your limb in, no hesitation. And they will fish in this river. This might actually count as fishing. Oh my god, we actually do it. Someone or something must be looking out for you. You emerge completely unharmed. Maybe, just maybe, you now have an invincible ankle and a legendary Berncaster Heels. Next time you invade, make sure to tell your enemies to aim for the ankles. This is definitely not a place to linger. Look around. There are in Holy City guards nearby. If you fall in, who's pulling you out? Bruh. Actively Tandem is crazy name for an achievement.
Hey, what's that on the ground? Should we pick it up? Careful, careful.
Whoa, new animation.
It's a piece of black cloth.
Oh no, he's here.
Have I seen this before?
Did someone rip off a piece of my clothes?
What? No, your clothes are perfectly fine. Could this be from the Flame Reaver's cloak? Why is it here? Mommy! Look out!
Oh shit, what? Fine on. Come on, bro. You want a pink puppy, don't you?
What? Now I'm sad. This isn't the time for jokes. Let's try our best to deal with them for now, and we'll slip into the past with time's power as soon as we can.
The River of Souls is full of fish, big and delicious.
What? What? Oh my god. I can't believe my and mem share the same brain cells. What?
Meow?
Is this meant to be a riddle?
I don't understand this language at all. Am I hallucinating?
Sorry, I couldn't pass on the chance to give you two a good scare.
Oh, this cipher must be fake too. Run!
Don't run! I'm the real Cypher. The real one. Come on, don't be upset. I'm just giving you a kind reminder that Emphorius isn't safe at all. The whole place is full of dangers, including that swordmaster. Make sure you stay on your toes, no matter where you are.
So you're playing both good cop and bad cop.
Hey, I'm just making it up to you. You'd do the same in my shoes.
So, was that a Flame Reaver disguise? Or a magic trick? It looked so real. Is that the power of the trickery demigod?
Disguise? No. It's not as simple as that. Let me think about how to explain this. For example, what did you think when you realized that piece of cloth came from the Flame Reaver's cloak?
We thought that maybe the Flame Reaver was around here somewhere?
That's right. And then you heard some footsteps. What did you think when that happened?
Well, we thought it must be the Flame Reaver coming this way.
Yep, exactly. I just used some hints and, mental suggestions to help you believe in a lie. Lies are what Zagreus is best at. If everyone believes in a lie, then it becomes reality.
A power to make lies into reality? That's got all my hair standing up.
Nice. Now I know your secret.
I sure love your arrogance, Grey Mystery.
She's still calling me Grey Mystery?
The seamstress trusts you for a reason. Someone as honest as you couldn't trick me even if you wanted to. So, there's no harm in telling you. Besides, we still need to team up to go treasure hunting, right? Let's wrap up here. It's time to get going. Oh, was that your teleslate?
Just call it a phone. Jesus Christ. It's act like a phone. Why it's called technically? Oh, fine now. Praise the suns. Did you rest well? I came during a lucid hour, so you seem asleep, so I didn't wake you up. But in current circumstances, I can't say I don't feel it's time to continue our training. Let's go to the groove, shall we? The what? You really left?
Are you a popular one? But I got two first, so help me with the treasures, and then I'll send you two to the grove.
Why you need so much money anyway? Gonna go live handsomely somewhere after this?
Live handsomely? You mean spend all this money? That's so not why I hunt for treasures. Don't forget, I'm a demigod too. And there's a line reserved for me in that stupid prophecy as well. You shall walk with greed and die over petty change. But I don't believe in that. As long as I keep collecting treasures, then I won't need to care about petty change. And as long as I don't hurt other people when I get what I want, I won't be walking with greed. Right? Isn't that simple? So, as long as I keep going down this path, all those predestined prophecies and fates will never catch up to me. That was a long speech.
Oh my god.
I'm getting thirsty at this rate.
About life crazy.
Aren't gonna float up on their own. Come on, Grey Mystery. Show me what the authority of time can do.
OVA is really dedicated to this character. Aeons. I miss Aeons. Where are the Aeons? Where's Foley?
So, this is the car of the Astral Express you've spoken of.
Lagus? Oh my god.
The repository of memories has been enriched with another fascinating piece of information.
Memories?
Here, Lord Donham.
Donald still got no voices. Oh my god. I love the hardware, but just give us a voice already. I'm surprised Council Elder and yourself would be willing to journey so far to inspect the express.
Archimans hold wisdom and knowledge in high esteem. If the citizens knew of your origins, I'm sure more would be intrigued by the Trailblaze. Sadly, discussions about the world beyond the sky remain taboo.
Why is that, huh?
It's been quite some time since you first arrived in Akama. Presumably, you've been looking for a way to leave ever since.
I've been actively gathering clues and testing different things. Sadly, the more I found out, the more powerless I feel.
Don't be too hard on yourself, my lord. This puzzle has stumped Amphorius' scholars for centuries. It isn't something you can solve overnight. Even someone as gifted as yourself.
Lying ass motherfucker. In the crew, I discovered extensive research on the Sky Titan. It appears that many scholars from Amphorius believe the taboo against the world beyond the sky stems from the curse cast by Aqualia.
Exactly. Of the 12 Titans of Amphorius, Aquila is known for being the most capricious. The weather itself reflects their mood. Tranquil sunshine, mournful rain. Aquila's breath is a brisk wind, and their cries resound as thunder in a storm.
Additionally, Aquila is one of the 2 titans whose core flames have yet to be returned.
The sky above affects every citizen. It's clear that Lady Aglaya's decision to confront Aquila at the end of the Flame Chase journey was a carefully considered strategy.
If returning Aquila core flame can break the sky curse, we won't have to exhaust ourselves searching for a way back. We can simply focus on adding the crisis there.
Anti-Catherians have no home to return to, so I understand your concern for your old friends and homeland. I used anti-Catherian technology, or scanning, as you might call it, to assess this car. Assuming my judgment is correct, I might be able to conduct a thorough overhaul of its power systems.
Really? But
Of course, that's only if you, my lord, permit me to interact with it.
by all means, please proceed. But be careful. The express thrusters are extremely delicate.
You honor me with your trust. I will be very careful.
I don't trust you one bit. Like us carefully scan the damaged propulsion system and methodically something. Fuck. This is unbelievable. You seem to understand the structure perfectly. Have you repaired something like this before? He's a freaking robot. Can you see?
But we anti-Catherians are inherently sensitive to machinery. Carefully endowed our kind with a unique advantage for analyzing and learning.
Bullshit.
If you give me some time, I might be able to fully restore this damaged car to its former glory. Then you and your esteemed companion could set off on your return journey.
I want everyone to kick us out, okay? But isn't the real issue with Aquila?
Hypothetically, Lord Donham, if I could open up a path out of Amphorius that circumvents Aquila's divine punishment, would you consider ceasing your support for the Flame Chase journey?
Dang. Now his real motive sound. Down, huh? Don't give in, bro. I don't understand. This council of elders possess some secret means of counteracting divine punishment?
It's best if you don't delve too deeply into that question, my lord. All you need to know is, I can make it happen.
Maybe this is not a decision by the Council Elder, but rather its personal wish.
The crucial point is, if you and your companion are unwilling to halt your support for the Chrysos heirs, it could offend certain interests.
Yes, that face down. Forgive me, Lord Plagueis, but I must be frank. When visiting Dawn Cloud, I reviewed the records of many council elders. Among them, only your background was nearly blank. I'd like to accept your goodwill, but given such a mysterious background and motives, anyone cautious would have doubts.
Your prudence impresses me, just as expected.
Oh shit. Whoa, what uniform is this? All these people... Is this a trap? Is that why you got accompanying me here?
Please don't misunderstand, Lord Donhong. As the Theoros, I have no allegiance to their plans, nor am I obliged to obstruct them. I am neutral.
Theoros? All these people...
Out of respect for you, I hope to offer a peaceful solution to ensure the safety of you and your companion.
This shit don't look like Emporious clothes. One against four then. Just confirm if things turn ugly later. Will you help?
I will not. As I said, I remain neutral. Are you asking this because you plan to refuse my offer and continue supporting the Chrysos heirs?
You were wrong about one thing. Lord Plagueis, indeed, we must strive to return to our companions. But our companions now also include the flame-chasing Chrysos heir. The Nameless cannot and will not ignore the fate of companions.
So I see. This is what you call trailblazing.
When I ask if you help, I mean the ones who need help are them. Yo! Call the police, but not for me. Oh wait, call the ambulance. Oh shit! Really? What?
You have such overwhelming powers. Why? Answer me. Why do you stand in our way? Why do you want to take the core flames?
Oh no! He can't hold on anymore! Drag him back here, friend!
Fuck?
Are you okay?
I'm okay. I can handle that kind of hit now. But a few months ago, that would have knocked me out.
If I had passed out, that would be hit.
Well, that's why I made sure you were well fed and rested on the road. Thanks for the help. To face Aquila and other potential threats, I must sharpen myself with the most aggressive methods.
Even so, it's impressive you thought of this training method. Battling the phantoms of the past in the River of Time? It's just like the hyperbolic time sanctum that the bards describe.
It is a Dragon Ball reference. I don't watch Dragon Ball, so I know there's a hyperbolic time chamber.
It's working pretty well, wouldn't you say? But combat isn't just about strength and skill. You also need the right weapon. Compared to that guy's weapon, mine feels like I'm swinging a lump of iron. I can't tell you how many swords I've gone through since the training began.
When I get chance bonus to help.
Don't worry. I've already arranged that. Of course I need him. I asked him to make a suitable divine weapon for me. It's a little embarrassing to say this, but in order to help me, he deliberately turned down all other business.
Oh, Cartonis is part of this flame chase journey after all. Full of energy.
Thinking about how he's been recently, maybe you're right.
But, Finon, I've been somewhat concerned about you. Lately, you seem more and more fixated on that Swordmaster in black.
That's quite the sudden shift in topic.
I've been holding this question in for a long time. You're getting stronger, but seeds of unrest are also growing in me.
Don't worry. I'm not wielding my sword for revenge. She's been through Nikador's trial and understands. Those who can't walk out of the shadows of their past are ultimately weak. Times have changed. The responsibility I bear is both precious and fragile. I wield my sword for the future of Amphorius. I will not let hatred cloud my judgment again and neglect my duties.
You really grown. We'll be here by your side. It's more befitting.
Right, partner.
Partner?
Now I'm not able to handle that Swordmaster on my own. I still need the help of my friends. Every time I say something, things get so serious. I don't want to be the person who keeps bringing the mood down. I'm out of energy for training today. How about we go to the library of Philia to lighten the mood?
Sure, that's what I've been looking forward to. We deserve to enjoy ourselves after all the hard work.
Alright.
Today, I'm definitely going to...
Do what, ma'am? What are you reading it for?
A girl's little secret. Don't pry.
Oh, so she's a girl. Alright.
That's the charm of this place. You can find whatever you're into here. The three of us might not be into scholarly books, but we could still spend an entire day at the Library of Philia.
Cool. Oh, by the way, I already maxed out. Casters. Then last time. But my avatar is still way more powerful than casters. I really really need with what's her name again? Yeah, Hyacinth for Castor's team, but luck wasn't by my side. Wait, where are we going? God damn. Why is the same voice line every time? Alright. Oh. Oh, this is all. Sign. We sign. Hmm. God damn. So, what was that, bruh? Why is so many of them? Nice.
Emerge from your cocoon.
Emerge from the cocoon. We'll be back here.
Here we are. Where was that slate last time? Was it here? Or maybe over here?
We're doing battle puzzle? Oh my god.
Free time now, so you should relax too.
Over the past few months, you come here more than once. Fishing out that small piece of essence from the ocean knowledge that best suits your taste. You quite relieved that Danhan isn't around. No one will be there to judge your reading taste. Scroll at hand show a light small text. Non-standard reading material brings to the original place of the borrowing. To the land grew, professor discovered 10 exclamation marks. That seemed like a scholar of the group admits the profound academic discussion conducted in little hobbies. So, which reading material will you pursue? Jesus Christ, who is that? Forbidden Love? My professor can possibly be this shy. Oh my god, bruh. That's cute. Sorry I'm late. I used the power of the Congress bloom to climb over the vines, rush into the classroom and nervously pulling over the door, only to make eye contact with the person I had appointment with. The professor, barely over 30, was leaning casually against the stone lectern, loose and relaxed. The scholar robe gleamed bright in the dim light of every night, giving off an almost divine aura. The first class already late. Look like someone is eager to meet Thanatos. In other words, this was our first one-on-one lessons, and I totally blew from the start. Probably even Cyrus would feel embarrassed looking at such sorry scenes. Luckily, I had already come up with a plan. Sorry, professors, I'll do anything to make it up to you. Anything? Well, please, I hope you be lenient. At these words, the professor's face broke into a charming smile. Then, I want you to teach me. What, professor? I want you to break down the point in this paper, word by word, and explain things slowly. Although there was no mirror here, I could guess that my face had turned red from sudden and direct request. But professors, I'm still just a student intern. Isn't it a bit too early for me to do something like this? I finally woke up the courage to say it. Do you want me to waste a lesson and repair, you fool? At least wait until after class. That's what you prefer, then fine. Don't forget, I still haven't forgiven you. So, what should we study first today? Why don't we pursue this academic journal? I think they recently published a paper on the patterns of natural numbers. Sounds good. Come on, let's have a look. The research paper was immensely valuable, but I couldn't even grasp the basic argument as I was too deeply engrossed in the professor's sharp gaze. He looked so original when he was immersed in numbers. Nothing less than I expect from a professor I cherished so much. After that, we experienced enriched lessons. We wandered through the classical literature tradition, eagerly absorbing the newly compiled Titan Phase study. Finally, we linger on a dream woven by the latest work of the Erythrokeratins school, so much so that we completely forgot. The bell signaling the curtain for hours rang, and we would look at each other. Class was over. More than once, I had resented time for its seemingly linear flow, yet I remained powerless to interfere with it. The professor looked at me and paused for a moment, as if making some kind of decision, then muttered, "Check out your paper. I'll help you revise it." "Really? You mean it?" "Yes, you are a student I take great pride in. I've been considering this for some time." "Professor, let me understand your thoughts, your research, your everything." No further words were needed. Two seekers of knowledge, driven by instinct, began the deep exploration of the idea. At the moment, we had yet to realize that after this lesson, another name would appear in the acknowledgement page of the paper, and in the end, this would be the very spark that led to the founding of our academic symposium. Oh my god. After finishing this mind-shaking piece, only one image remaining in your mind. This breath, wealth, bong for a young Stellaron host. This type of literature remained far too ahead of its time. It's laughing.
I wonder what Finan and Mem were reading. Let's take a closer look.
Voices! Oh my god, I've been waiting for so long. Actual voices. Wait, what is Mem reading? I know why you're reading.
Well, I thought I felt a draft just now. Peeking isn't polite, my friend.
Just curious what you're reading.
You could have just asked. There's nothing embarrassing about it. Here, look, I'm reading this. Antiques Appraisal. How to Make a Fortune.
I know how in your dreams.
Your comments cut deep. It's tough to find a good comeback. I've spent a lot of time pondering how Aglaia became such an effective leader. Beyond the intangible qualities like personality and ethics.
Bruh.
The reason is her family wealth. That's the perk of growing up in a big city, isn't it? For those of us in the sticks, luck doesn't come as easily. It's 30% grind, 70% fate. Oops, I talked too much. As a leader, you need both integrity and integrity and skill.
Understood. Understood. Ma'am, what are you reading?
Month of cultivation, curtain fall hour, a time to feast on grains, but poor time for fishing. Oh, but then again, are there even any spots left to fish in Emporius these days?
Are you into fishing?
You scared me! Bursting into someone's world like that can really catch them off guard. Well, no more jokes. There's nothing here. I'll go look elsewhere.
Something's odd about Mem. What are they flipping through?
Ma'am?
Oh, these cards are so detailed and fine. Ruler, weaver, traveler, healer. But the interpretation for each card is so long. Do I have to memorize them all?
The ruler fits me pretty well.
What a coincidence! We meet again. Guess we're fated to be together, huh? But you must be busy, so I won't bother you for now. Hope your day, every day, is joyful.
What's wrong with you?
Suspicious. Not like their usual self.
What are Ma'am's doing? Jesus Christ. Chắc tỏ mặt này nè. Alright, I'm back. Let's continue. Let's see what's my reading now. Again.
You sure are persistent. Alright, alright. I'm totally helpless against your charm.
What are you guys chatting about? Is this the Amphorious Divination Compendium?
Huh?
Why are you here too?
Sorry, seeing you two chasing each other around, I suddenly found my book not that appealing anymore. Never thought Mem would be into divination. But it's not exactly a niche hobby, so why all the secrecy?
I wanted to set up a surprise! Master it in secret and give you all a shock. But getting caught halfway through, it's only natural I'd feel shy. A girl's heart is more delicate than Aquila's ever-changing moods.
A surprise, huh? Someone else used to tell me the same. She was really good at stargazing and divination, especially with cards. Yeah, just like the ones you're looking at.
Is he talking about...
And you must be pretty familiar with all sorts of divination techniques with a friend like that.
No, I know nothing about it. I've never really believed in using cards or bones to predict the future. If the good omens foretold by divination were true, my hometown, Heidi's Elysiae, wouldn't have disappeared. Don't forget, we've got Lady Trina. Every other form of divination is just smoke and mirrors or cleverly rehearsed tricks compared to her flawless prophecies.
A little face in these things in past sometimes.
To me, divination could be a power that guides our spirits. Fate always casts a shadow in front of us, clouding our view of the future. That's why people turn to divination. It's just to find a small reason to give them courage to face the unknown.
You really thought about this, haven't you?
After all, the first chapter of the Divination Compendium discusses the significance of divination. I'm just expanding on that a bit.
Strange. That person I knew used to say similar things.
Really?
Whenever she interpreted a card for me, I couldn't help but feel uneasy. Even though I never believed in the outcomes. Maybe it was her tone. Cyrene. She could paint a complete fantasy so vividly, it utterly captivated me as a child. Right, I still carry a card she once used. Do you want to see it?
Yeah. Showing. Oh!
So exquisite!
Wait, it's the cards in our books. Then, gotta grab a Mem specific deck.
Oh, now that you mention it, yes. It would be even better if it were made of, say, crystal?
Speaking of which, partner, there's something I haven't shared with you all. Remember our first trip to the Temple of the Three Fates? The riddle that Orin exposed to us?
Oh,
Who's there?
oh
You are...
nice cosplay.
These folks are up to no good.
Black clothing. Masks decorated with golden blood. Are they cleaners?
to directly call us by our name. It seems you, Lord Finan, have studied the forgotten history of Amphorius quite thoroughly.
What's being clean? Closed cars.
Your friend seems quite interested in us. Perhaps you could explain, Lord Finan. It would be the polite thing. We can't let our esteemed guests pass away without understanding.
During the Chrysos War, to combat the Chrysos heirs, several cities formed an underground assassin squad called the Cleaners. Their task was to erase anyone with golden blood from existence. Assassination, poisoning, political persecution. They would do anything to achieve their objective.
Well, this historical perspective seems biased, glossing over the Chrysos heirs' abuse of divine powers and their blatant initiation of war in order to defame our predecessors. Could you disclose the name of the author behind this popular legend, Lord Finan? I'd hate for the innocent children of Akama to be tainted by such slanted narratives.
You should have stayed buried in the dust of history. The Citizens' Assembly has once again legitimized the mission of the Chrysos heirs. But as for you, not one citizen would cast their vote for you. Executioners lurking in the shadows.
What does it matter? We've long since stopped expecting to be understood. People have become too accustomed to peace, and they've forgotten the disasters that arose from allowing generations of the Chrysos heirs to rule.
Complete nonsense.
Yeah.
Did you really travel all the way to the Grove just to have an argument?
Yeah, what the fuck?
I enjoy dealing with people as straightforward as you, Lord Finan. You've probably figured out why we've come before you.
If this is a fight you want, let's get on with it. Enough chit chat.
Keep your cool, partner. They've come out of the shadows, which suggests they have something up their sleeves. All right, let's hear it. What are you hiding? But watch your language and don't say anything you might regret. My shoulders might be sore and my sword a tad dull, but it's still enough to slice off your tongues.
Damn, Finan. Whoa, where are we going? Come on. Oh my god. Let us see the fight.
How's it going, Cinny? This place fits, doesn't it? It's a bit small, but the lighting is perfect.
Thank you, Lady Treeby. With this, the Twilight Courtyard can be reborn in Akama. Do you like it here too, little Erika?
Oh my god, this fast talk is really bad.
It's so bright here. Maybe you should rename it? How about Luminous Courtyard?
Lady Treeby makes a good point. But Twilight Courtyard carries the long history of the descendants of the sky, and I'd like it to continue.
Right. How does the legend go again?
Even Lady Treeby forgets things.
We just haven't prepared lessons in a while now, so we're a bit rusty. Just give us some time and we'll remember. Now we remember. Kremnos and the Firmament, Volume 3, Section 5. With Seliosi, the Day Thunder Knight, striking down the Eye of Twilight, the divine war between Nikador and Aquila, which spanned centuries, came to an end. Thereafter, the Skyfolk gradually declined. Numerous sky fortresses were abandoned.
Skyfolk?
Their descendants began to establish themselves on the land. Finally, those descended from Seliosi the Day Thunder Knight were welcomed by the scholars under Circes and established the Twilight Courtyard in the Grove. The historical records seem slightly at odds with our memories. But the details from that time have become somewhat hazy to us.
Oh, I forgot. For Lady Treeby, history is more than just words on a page. It's something you've personally lived through. Little Erika loves listening to the stories from the legends. I'm sure you're also imagining one day you'll be as awe-inspiring as the winged beasts by Celiosi's side. That day will come. I believe it. Just keep growing. Lord Crediros?
He's still around?
Miss Hyacinth and Lady Treby, good to see you're doing all right. I heard from the citizens you were nearby and came to check.
Doing alright. What's going on, Crediros?
There's been another violent incident at the market. A shop was smashed and looted. It's the third time this week.
How can this be? I always thought that with Lady Aglaya here, Akama would remain peaceful.
That was true in the past. But these days, forgive my bluntness, her senses may not be as sharp as they once were.
She deteriorating.
In my opinion, malevolent forces have noticed the slack in the golden threads and are now plotting to exploit the opportunity.
The Citizens' Assembly just wrapped up. Why is there still unrest?
The Chrysos heirs won by only one vote, Lady Treby. From my years of experience, a narrow victory often walks hand in hand with unrest.
Trouble! Miss Hyacinth! Trouble!
Clementine. Take a breath. What's going on?
Please! Something terrible has happened at Marmorial Palace!
What is it, Doctor? Calm yourself and talk us through.
Lady Aglaya!
No!
It's Lady Aglaya who's in trouble!
Oh! Don't read the escape again. Oh my god. What? Lion.
I still remember. This bath that overlooks the entire palace was built by the Council of Elders 900 years ago. Its purpose was to commemorate the first flame chase journey and to remember the heroes who made great sacrifices for Amphorius a millennium ago. Rules were set then. No one was allowed to enter, apart from guests invited by the Gold Weaver.
Oh, we're going to fucking...
But, I guess, you're no longer pretending to follow the rules, are you, Lady Kindness?
She lost and now she used this underhand tactic, bitch.
Aglaya, Aglaya, you ageless witch, hiding behind a divine facade to deceive mortals. We've been far too kind with you.
Kind? There's no need to use such a word to cover up your incompetence.
Damn!
Anaxagoras humiliated all of you before the citizens. If you still had any shred of shame, you'd throw yourselves from Dawn Cloud at the curtainfall hour to salvage the last fragments of your dignity.
Demigod, why not gaze into the water's reflection and see the wretched face you wear now? These days you're not only blind, but also deaf. The cleaners were born for this moment. When all orders, rules, and laws fail to restrain you, it's time for the dagger to pass judgment.
If you're in such a hurry, give it a try.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Going toe-to-toe with a demigod? We're not that foolish.
That's what she gotta do.
The dagger isn't at your throat, but...
Bro, they're gonna kill a civilian?
Your gravest accusation is that my humanity is fading. And you claim my concern for mortal joys and sorrows is nothing but a facade. If that accusation holds, what makes you think the lives of these civilians will sway me in the slightest?
Fine. I'll gladly use a few more words to shatter that demigod facade of yours. Like I said, you're not only blind, but deaf too. Lately, your control over Akuma has weakened. You failed to notice the thefts we arranged in the market, nor did you catch wind of the meetings happening in the Droma's workshop. Plots are unfolding right under your nose, yet you remain indifferent. Humanity? Fading? Aglaya, why not use your precious golden thread to peer into my thoughts? See if the gift we've so meticulously prepared for you can move that cold demigod heart of yours.
In this moment, I only regret not being more ruthless. Because your evil is beyond cure.
You finally figured it out. You have grown dull. I've been holding that image in my mind this whole time to make sure you could see it clearly.
I want you to have this knucklebone talisman, Alexis.
What?
I hope it brings you luck every day and keeps you safe from bullies.
That girl who can't speak or hear. What if she accidentally lost her eyes too? You know better than anyone what it feels like to lose your sight. Imagine if 1,000 years ago you, already blind, had also lost your voice and hearing in your youth. Would you still have become the Aglaya you are today? Look at those broken, pleading eyes. How disappointing. We overestimated your cunning. If this plan fails, we still have dozens of splendid parting gifts prepared. Demigod, would you like to hear about them?
I thought I could buy some more time. In these 1,000 years, I've witnessed the fall of 10 titans. From my naive arrogance at the beginning to slowly learning how to guide others. Now, it's time to let go. I should be grateful.
What?
Grateful that I've reached this moment.
She gonna die?
My departure become a path for others to follow.
Wait, for real?
Have I done enough? If I embrace that prophecy now and sink into the warmth of these waters, will the wandering wind stop to mourn me? Cypher?
So you're going to accept this shit? The fuck? Are we going to Cypher?
Seamstress! I've come as promised. Look at this box full of gold and silver treasures. I bet there's stuff here you've never seen. Come on. As we agreed, I want to buy the most valuable clothes you have.
Want to be Cypher? Okay.
You thief! You've got some nerve, barging into my shop dressed in those tattered rags. What have you brought? Let me see.
Here, take a look. Only the finest goods. See the sapphire? It's even more blue than Fagusa's eyes.
Such exquisite luster. I've only seen an ocean's tear of this quality in my mother's treasury.
Wait. You've seen one before. And here I thought I'd leave you speechless. What a letdown.
It's just an old memory. My family estate all burned to ashes long ago. This workshop is what I built from scratch.
I never heard of Aglaya this joyful before. That's kind of weird.
A daughter rebuilding her family business. How admirable. Enough with the jokes. At least you did get to enjoy those luxuries.
Mind your manners, kitty. Tell me, Cyphra, where did you come from? And how did you acquire these treasures?
I won them fair and square in a bet. What? Do you doubt me? Speak up, seamstress. Give me a straight answer. Do you want these or not?
Strange. You're clearly lying to my face, but my golden thread doesn't tremble at all.
That's because I'm not lying. I've been telling the truth from the start.
Is that so? The scars and the mud stains on your face tell another story.
Oh, come on. Can't we just do business without all this chatter? Don't worry.
Aw, so cute.
I don't leave any evidence, so no one will bother you.
How can I trust a word you say when you're so skilled at lying?
Dealing with you rich people is such a pain. Always wasting my time. Fine. If you don't want it, there are plenty of others who do.
Hold on. Your treasure? I'll accept it. But these alone aren't enough to purchase the Gold Weaver's finest clothes. That said, I do have something that would suit you perfectly.
Oh. What do you have in mind?
Look. Come a bit closer.
Oh. It's shimmering gold. Absolutely stunning.
These golden boots are the Gold Weaver's greatest treasures.
Bruh.
Though not as valuable as the most precious gowns, they hold a magical power. Legend has it that Zagreus blessed these boots, allowing anyone who wears them to move swiftly and silently. Put them on, Saber. Then don't get caught again. A face as lovely as yours deserves better protection.
You rich folks just love sticking your noses in everything, don't you? Well, I'm taking these now, so don't get any second thoughts.
What's wrong?
Do you have a smaller size? These are way too big for me.
Well, I suppose you'll have to grow into them.
Do you have to interrupt me in the middle of my story? Fake? What's fake?
You know Jonah? Of course.
Definitely don't hold Zagreus' divine power. You're Amphorius' most cunning liar, and even you were fooled by a Glyad.
Watch your mouth, or I'll feed you to the fish in the River of Souls. Weren't you curious how I got tangled up with that seamstress? Well, now you know. Satisfied?
I didn't expect such a simple story. How disappointing. But,
Boss lady? Oh my god.
I wasn't trying to trick you.
You're defending her.
No. I just think the story's so moving. It'd be a shame to ruin it with a lie. If I could cry, I'd be in tears right now.
Good thing you've still got a sharp tongue, or you'd have been stuck guarding someone's front door ages ago. Enough chit-chat.
Oh no, what the fuck?
Look at this place. The city of Styxia. Look how beautiful she is. Let me take a good sniff of this air.
Bruh. She's just purr.
This air, it's filled with the scent of treasure everywhere. Wonderful. Just wonderful. Thanks to Castorus and Grey Mystery, the ancient city's barrier was finally dispelled. Now that I think about it, helping them was well worth it. Time for treasure hunting, Barto. Lead the way.
Oh my god, I love her.
We'll split 80-20.
Well, I have a suggestion. How about 70-30 instead?
Listen closely. Do you hear that? The gnawfish in the River of Souls are growling with hunger.
80-20 it is. How generous you are, Boss Lady Cypher.
Anyway, what's with all this water? It's damn cold and miserable here. I hate it.
Ooh, the mighty demigod of trickery. Uneasy around water.
You wouldn't understand. The people of Dolos are talented in many ways. Just, not in swimming.
Of course, she's a cat.
Why don't we have a race? Long distance, sprint, or laps? Take your pick.
What's got you so worked up? Relax, relax. Who would have thought the fearless Lady Saber was afraid of water?
Cats hate getting wet. What's so hard to understand about that? Now, hurry up and figure out a way across. Or I might have to reconsider our split.
Don't rush me. Let me take a look around. Got it. Let's use that thing. Come on, follow me, boss lady.
Not a good imitation. I'll play along. Let's see where this goes, Bartolos.
What? Not a good what? Imitation. I'll play along.
Tell me, how did you hunt for treasure when I wasn't around, boss lady?
This not Westeros?
Trying to trick me into saying something. Not a chance.
Ooh, interesting. Very interesting.
Was this device designed by priests of Orynyx? Do you think you can handle it?
Don't underestimate me, boss. Just find a cozy dry corner and wait for me.
Is this not Westeros?
Mission accomplished. Now you don't have to worry about your tail getting wet.
Not bad, but just a warning. If this thing fails while we're halfway through the water...
Don't worry, trust me. For that sweet 20% cut of the loot, I'll make sure you're taken care of.
This feels truly magical. When did you pick up this trick? We're here. Can we turn off this spotlight now? It's really blinding.
No problem. Just use the device over there to shut it off.
Okay.
The scent of gold coins, gems, and fine leather. It's so refreshing.
Bruh.
The treasures in this ancient city are all floating back up thanks to Grey Mystery and that pink squirrel.
Pink swirl? Don't really respect man like that. Okay. I thought the music was freaking.
Yes, right here. What are you waiting for? Start digging.
Roger that. Watch me.
Excavation mode entering the fashion break even now.
Wow! That's a huge chest. Move over. I want to open it myself. Wow. A massive haul. Unbelievable. It's hard to imagine the kind of luxurious life the people of Styxia once led. As expected for a realm of Fagusa's disciples. This entire chest is filled with ornaments made from ocean's tears. Here, take this. See if it suits you.
Ooh, thanks for the gift, boss. Much appreciated. Look at the clarity of this purple crystal. It matches my skin tone perfectly. Oh, Saber. You truly have the most refined taste of all thieves and employees. Let me try this on.
Bruh.
Where is my treasure?
How long have we known each other? I can't believe you still fall for this.
How could I have forgotten about this? I'll believe it as true, and the lie becomes reality. What a convenient ability.
The demigod of trickery's divine gift. Far more practical than any golden thread or teleporter. All right, enough fooling around. Here's the real thing. Lead the way.
Saber rules! I've already pinpointed the next trove of treasure! Starting navigation. We're set to make a fortune this time! Got any plans on how to spend it?
How this gonna turn out?
Spend nothing. Have you forgotten my silly prophecy?
I remember, of course.
Nah, there's something wrong with this.
Isn't that like...
Uh-huh.
Here we go round the river of souls. Spirit thief goes, spirit thief goes.
There's a big guy guarding this place.
Yeah, big and dumb.
Look at its face. Oh my, how could something be so ugly?
Bruh.
So ugly. Ugly enough to make even me, a little imp without a digestive system, feel nauseous.
If that ugly brute messes up my face, even the stoic Talantin might end up shedding a tear.
Indeed, that would be heartbreaking. Clearly, running away is the sensible choice.
So, how about you take the front? I'll attack from the side.
Right. Fleeing fits a rogue nature.
Bruh. Oh shit!
Everything in this world.
It's bleeding. Oh wait, it's story mode. I should put on one time.
Together, we can do anything.
Oh, it's not as good as chapter VA. I think it's good enough. I don't know.
I grant you this, as you wish. Don't panic. I'm still here.
It's coming. Ready, set. Fighting the west wind, away we go!
Nice. Oh shit, I forgot to use skill. Oh my god. Just send me that moveset. Top 1.0, what the hell?
New life, Pollux.
Is that enough?
Darkness follows me.
What the fuck is that? Or
Trust me, you can do it.
Both body and mind must be pure. Underestimating us will cost you. Huge news.
you're fucked.
Such an ugly and useless creature, taken down with just a couple of hits. How boring. Hey, Bartolos, are you still alive? Give us a squeak if you are.
Here! I mean, squeak!
Bruh.
You all shaken up. Can't handle even this bit of action. Should be safe here now. Get to work.
Aye, boss lady Saber.
Battleroth activates excavation mode, entering the stretcher very deep underground.
It doesn't smell like anything valuable this time. Since we've already dug it up, let's open it and see. Huh. Is this?
The journal to the Styxian refugee, months of the balance being 3 months neighboring household move away today. The tides risen higher than before. Already reaching the fifth step of the stone stairway are now resident. The priest insists mere decision on high tide ever should reside with. Having lived in Sicily for 30 years, I never witnessed to other level like this. Leonardo from the harbor went fishing 3 days ago and reported seawater has become unusually turbid, appearing that it mixed with ink beneath the surface to gleam a strange shadow. Not human in form, yet possessed with distinct outline. After returning, he developed a high fever and had remained bedridden since morning on the balance days. Something. City beasts have grown increasingly brilliant restoration than one of first during a month showing up and almost daily. After the Angel family back last night, I witnessed two normally well-mannered women trading dressed barefoot, emitting strange laughter, and they directly bring the dirt-laden juice claimed to be mimicking Bargossa's ritual ceremony. Though I never had heard such an absurd form of worship, price of the market increased by 30%. A honey brew merchant reports that the brewing process has become exceptionally difficult lately. The yeast culture is mysteriously rot. Only a distilling seawater collected directly from the harbor can produce proper wine. Unfortunately, our tourists remain lucid and has very advised to the minimal consumption of city water and wine. Months of every day. Last night, strange music emanated from the harbor. It wasn't produced by any instrument that seemed to rise from the ocean depth, and low, haunting melody sounded as if it was telling an ancient tale, compelling people to approach the shore. Several neighbors' children sleepwalked to the dock last night. They claimed to have seen the goddess of water performing and wanted to get closer. The priest had forbidden all form of musical performance and deployed soldiers to patrol the docks. For some reason, I can shake the feeling they're acting from the fear rather than genuine desire to protect us. But every day. Today I met Nora, the cloth merchant, at the market. She revealed the situation in her district was far more dire than we had ever imagined. The spirit water pool in Bargossa's temple suddenly dried up 3 days ago, and despite the best effort, the priest cannot replenish it. More alarming still, a strange crack has appeared on the wall behind the deity statue, forming a pattern or script that no one can decipher. Nora also shared a particular rumor. Some claims to have seen in their dreams a woman playing a lyre, draped in black veils with eyes gleaming like sea water. She allegedly told dreamers that sticks there will soon face a great transformation, and only those who hear her voice will be saved. Some Sydney residents have begun referring to her as a poetic sea musician, despite a priest's determined effort to suppress his rumors. Want freedom? We finally decided to evacuate with our entire family. The seawater had reached the highest watermark at docks, yet some remain oblivious, still immersed in the endless reverie. Our family and neighboring Milan household decided to journey to Okima together. Reportedly, the world-bearing Titan's protection extended there, and the tide darkness had not yet invaded our lands. We plan to slip away quietly tonight from the northern dock as we brave Bargossa for safe passage. One of freedom. We've been traveling for 3 days now. Last night, the Milan family youngest child suddenly developed a high fever, continuously strange phrase that restrained an balance. His father decided to take him back to the city with medical treatment, though we know it's a little hope to be found there. This morning, looking by Stacia from his high hillside, I was horrified to discover the entire city enveloped in strange aura, with seawater shimmering with an unnatural blue radiance in the sunlight. From distance, those magnificent buildings simply twisted and distorted in the water as if they were merely illusion. Months of weaving. We encountered several other fleeing townspeople. They brought even more horrifying news. The seawater in Sixia has begun to display strange colors and textures, sometimes thick as honey, other times solid as glass. The remains in the city have begun to undergo bizarre transformation. But even more disturbing is that at night, the entire city backs in an indescribable glow and is enveloped by some gigantic animatic membranes. They say this is Bargossa punishment, but I can't help wondering, is this a Titan wrath? Or is this some power even greater than the Titans at work? We decided to continue northward to Okima. A long way, we heard rumors someone's name who can supposedly appease Bargossa wrath, but these are merely legends fabricated by desperate people. We common folk can only rely on our feet to flee this disaster. One of weaving day something. Tonight, after the children fell asleep, I secretly sent a small vial of seawater I brought from the cities with a large drop collected from the spirit water pool in the Fagosa's temple before we left. In the moonlight, it displayed a strange shimmer, as if something moves within it, unlike any ordinary water. By chance, I discovered gently tapping the vial with my fingertip to produce a peculiar sounds, like listener notes echoing. In that moment, I seemed to glimpse a mysterious woman standing up on the sea surface, soulful layer melody that no one could understand. I don't know if it's an illusion or reality, but if such a being truly exists, one who can hear the sorrow of Styxian, then as we embark on this uncertain journey, we bring us a flicker of hope, even if it's merely a beautiful dream. Okima is now within reach. Taking one final glance back at my homeland, this beautiful scenery is always nowhere to be seen. Only the stories, mass of light and shadow, undulating on the sea level, resembling foam hit by waves before dawn, dissolving one by one to gradually reveal its cold true nature. And how the hell is no? It's a 6-year if they already reach Okama.
Probably not. I've never seen or heard of anyone from Styxia and Akama. At least, I'm still left for Dolos. Guess this city wasn't so lucky. It does seem unfair, doesn't it? Just because they were born in the wrong place, they had to face such devastation. Meanwhile, those in Akama, simply because they're supported by the world-bearing Titan, continue to survive.
Yeah, the world just isn't fair, is it? Speaking of the world-bearing Titan, Saber, didn't you tell me once you used to be an apprentice at Kefali's priestly court?
Really?
Huh. Did I?
Yeah, you definitely told me, and I remember it clearly. Maybe it's been so long your memory's gotten a little fuzzy.
Ah, right. I did tell you. It wasn't a big deal. I just snuck in with a bunch of mumbling priests and watched them do their spooky rituals around some glowing rock. Honestly, I was only interested in the wallets of the old grandpas on the council back then. Don't remember much else. It's been what? Nearly 1,000 years?
Oh, I see. Were you in a priest robe? No, that's hard to picture.
Lol.
Who asked you to picture that? Besides, priest robes from 1,000 years ago were nothing like the ones today.
Right. I didn't think about that. I was just curious if you ever overheard anything interesting from those priests.
How ridiculous. Come on, let's head to the next spot.
So that was nothing? Alright.
Where did this roadblock come from? Ugh, this is so annoying. The treasure is right in front of us.
Oh dear, we're stuck here. But I have a plan. Should we call on that big, noisy, cumbersome hand of Saber?
Never thought that thing would actually come in handy. All right. Do you want to handle it?
Leave it to me, boss. I don't need a controller. After all, you know.
What? What?
Hand of Zagreus. Darling, activate.
Oh, because it's the like minion of Zacharias, so yeah, that's cool.
Looks like a charm.
And the road's gone.
Not bad. However, I still don't see how this ties into trickery.
Let's go to the next turn.
Hey, slow down. That question you asked me earlier. I think I just remembered something.
What did I ask?
You know, that question. The one you specifically asked me. Right after we dug up the second chest.
Forgive me, boss lady, but have you been under a lot of stress lately? I didn't ask anything. You must have imagined it.
Bruh.
Is that so?
Wait, I don't remember too. What the fuck?
Maybe you're right. I have been a little on edge lately. I need to relax. Alright, let's move on to the next treasure trove.
Oh, do you think they reach off camera or something? Huh. What?
Twinkle, twinkle in my chest, how this core flame is the best. This scent feels like something incredible is buried here.
Incredible indeed! If even Boss Lady says so, how could I not be excited?
Do I need to give instructions here? Get digging.
Bartolo with the excavation mode, uncovering something behind the earth.
Oh, isn't this a golden scapegoat?
I love this puzzle.
Interesting. Looks like whoever buried this treasure wanted to play a little game with us.
Oh, isn't there a myth about this thing? Those who feared fire became sheep. Those who did not became human.
Sheep, humans, whatever. All I know is unlocking this gets us treasure. Here. This honor's all yours.
Puzzles and tricks are right up my alley. Just leave it to little old me.
Okay. Oh, right. This one easy. Oh, why is so easy? The hell?
Told you, nothing can stump me.
Hmm.
Saber, it's your turn now.
Stop. Stay there. And don't turn around.
Huh? What do you mean?
I told you. Don't move.
My poor old back. What are you doing?
Bruh.
Shh, quiet. Don't say anything unnecessary. That seamstress. She's listening.
What? Boss, do you mean?
Stay put and keep quiet. I'll handle her. Whoa, whoa. Seamstress. Getting sneaky, aren't we? Did you think I wouldn't notice your little spies lurking around me?
As time passes, I find myself leaning more and more on blind luck. With only the power of this little nymph, naturally I couldn't slip past your sharp eyes, Cypher.
She called back her own names.
Even if you could fully control Bartolos's mind, I would still be able to see through your disguise. Aglaya. You've gone to such lengths to spy on my every move. What exactly are you after? I've told you before, you don't need me to succeed. Why don't you just let this go? I already made an exception and got involved with Castorus and Grey Mystery. Asking for more now. Isn't that pushing it a bit too far?
I'm sorry, Cypher. I've plotted and schemed my whole life. But I never could have predicted our relationship would end up like this.
What? What do you mean?
I've spent centuries trying to figure out where I went wrong. Replaying every moment over and over. But you've never given me a chance to explain myself, face to face.
Don't talk to me like that. You know I can't take it.
1,000 years ago, Out of foolishness, I let my silence steal away the most beautiful sound I'd ever known.
What?
These humans. So this time, I must say this to you, even if it's all in vain. I need you, Saber. The Chrysos Heir's mission needs you. The finale I delayed for far too long. It's finally here. Whatever resentment you still hold against me will fade once I'm gone. Please, come back to Akama. I'm begging you. Without you, they don't stand a chance.
I'll think about it, seamstress. But stop watching me. Unless you want to lose me for good.
Don't worry. As much as I'd love to hear your voice again, to see your face, it seems that chance will never come. Goodbye,
Wait, what?
Saber.
She died for real?
Goodbye, Aglaya.
What?
Ah, what a shame. I thought there'd be some real treasure under that goat's head.
Turns out, everything in that chest was soaked in water from the River of Souls. Nothing valuable left. Those relics were once priceless. But time has eroded away all that they once were.
Aw, hearing that from you makes it sound so sad. Wait, why am I getting all sentimental? I haven't even processed what just happened. That horrible woman. When did she... Oh!
If you see her, let her know this. As demigod,
Oh,
we
shit.
can't avoid our duties forever.
Could it have been back then?
Do you remember now? Looks like you don't need me to jog your memory. She must have slipped that nymph into your pocket while you were distracted. Don't underestimate that bug. It's every bit as dangerous as the seamstress's golden thread. Let your guard down for even a second, and it might take over. Make you spill secrets you'd never share otherwise.
Whoa, that's like some brainwashing monster straight out of the Black Tide. Creepy. Boss, how did you realize something was wrong? I'm curious. What exactly did that nymph make me say?
Actually, it gave itself away very early on.
Speaking of the world-bearing titan, Saber, didn't you tell me once you used to be an apprentice at Kefali's priestly court?
Partners in crime for 1,000 years. We've talked about everything there is to talk about. Except for that one experience at Dawn. I never told you about that. Absolutely wouldn't have shared that with anyone.
Interesting.
But, boss lady, there's a chance Aglaya wasn't trying to trick you?
And as far as I know, the embodiment of trickery despises that golden thread which forces people to speak the truth. You'd never defend Aglaya, isn't that right, Zagreus?
You
What? That girl's still here?
After all, I'm the only one in the world who knows you're still alive.
What?
To make sure you survive the Titan trial, I had to fool the entire world. If you want to keep that lie from falling apart, you'd better keep playing your part in the days ahead.
Wait, what? So Ragnarok was that girl always trying?
Even if it weren't for saving my worthless little life, I'd still walk through fire for Saber without hesitation.
You may have been reduced to this form, but you still haven't lost your way with words.
Speaking of which, Saber, you're not taking that wicked woman's words to heart, are you? Life's been pretty great lately. Why get into trouble now? Don't you think?
Honestly, I've been thinking. Maybe a trip back now wouldn't be too bad.
You're back again, Cyphera, your face.
I need clothes.
Oh shit.
Anything. Just throw me something. A piece of cloth will do. Just enough to cover the wounds. I will pay back the amount I owe. I promise.
She had golden blood?
You're bleeding golden blood.
Yes. What about it? So what if I'm one of those Chrysosairs they talk about? Those infinitely strong heroes. World-renowned swordsmen. Exceptionally intelligent scholars.
Cyphera.
Oh, I'm sorry to disappoint. Who knew that group of amazing people would include me? A pauper. The con artist. Maybe I should just make another cut to drain all this yellow stuff out of me and...
Stop it, Cyphera. I'll give you clothes. Warm you up and... Stay here. Stay in my workshop until you're healed.
Aren't you going to ask me how I got these wounds? Right. What's the use? I'm so good at lying. Even your golden thread can be fooled. If you can't verify the truth, why bother asking at all?
I don't need to ask. Nor do I need to use the golden thread. I know everything you do is for survival, at all costs. Stay here. You won't have to deal with the cold or go hungry again. Stay by my side, and you can start putting yourself back together.
Aren't you worried I'll ruin this place's reputation? Or that I might sneak off with your precious clothes and sell them?
I wouldn't have invited you if I were worried about those things.
You're weird, seamstress. You know, they say a child who often lies remains a liar for life.
What?
I've tried not to become a liar, but honestly, it's just too hard. I'm close to giving up. What makes you think I won't disappoint you?
Because I can feel it. Not with the power of a demigod, but with the heart that beats in my chest. You love this place. That's why you keep coming by, but also why you hesitate to stay longer. You worry you'll tarnish the Gold Weaver name. After taking over Nestia's divine authority, I became used to letting the golden thread distinguish sincerity from falsehood. However, the mission I need to complete requires me to learn to trust and rely on my heart. Cyphera, you're an honest thing I've given to this world. And also a challenge the world has given to me. Stay here with me. You have a beautiful face that deserves better than to be covered in scars and grime.
You've got a way of talking that's hard to follow. All right, let's make it a deal. You have 1 day to change your mind. Once the action hour passes, there's no turning back.
What gives? Back with down home. Alright.
Pressure. Fear. Planting seeds of anxiety. It seems this is the strategy they've chosen.
So is the to come back? An organization, let's see it at their mission to eradicate the council's air. I've read some shooting accounts. Story of the cleaners using alchemical arts to implant fragments, memories into succession. Ensuring both identity and hatred lives on.
From what I know, these stories are true. The kindness we know today, strictly speaking, is the 27th kindness.
Bruh. What?
The rise of the cleaners was both inevitable and necessary. Yet their ruthless and twisted methods earned them nothing but disdain and condemnation from history.
Still they endure. An organization persisting through time, now working tirelessly to obstruct the planned chase. Are they truly so terrified of this era nova the crisis air strive for?
Even in these crumbling end times, there are always those who find ways to profit from the chaos, to ask the vested interests to abandon their status, wealth, and ambitions in this world for a distant ideal. Maybe no easier than creating a miracle.
I wonder what on Pixar is now. If they're targeting me, she definitely wants to skip the nose this either. I hope it's always well. Oh yes! Lord Kratos!
There you are, Lord Donghung. We couldn't reach you on the teleslate, so the Holy City Guard almost assumed you two had met some terrible fate. You pests crawling in the shadows, back off. Your plot ends here. You played your hand. Run while you still can. It might be your only chance to survive. Stay away from Akama forever. If you set foot there again, the fury of its people will tear you apart. Because Aglaya is dead. And in the eyes of the Holy City citizens, her blood is on your hands.
What? Really? Really?
Looks like she was wrong about you.
She? Are you talking about the mastermind behind all of this?
Well, she thought you were weak. She believed that even when you were facing the evil that you claimed to oppose, you'd hesitate to strike.
Misinterpreting mercy for weakness shows how arrogant and foolish your master is. They're still alive. With proper care, they'll pull through in a few days. But I must warn you, I haven't fought a human in ages. I can't guarantee I'll always be able to hold back.
Damn.
They're lucky they're still alive.
Damn.
If you feel as lucky as they are, try me.
Bro, you sound cool.
Finon is seriously upset.
Get out of here. Don't show your face around us again. If your master wants to stop the flame chase journey, she'd better bring an army that makes Kremnos at its peak look like child's play.
Damn.
I've said it more than once, Lord Finan. We're not here to start a fight. We came only to ensure you weren't anywhere else. While you were unaware, we already accomplished our mission. To buy time. So, Lord Finan, until next time.
What?
Are you okay?
No.
Anyone who uses innocent lives as bargaining chips has gone too far.
But they were after the Princess Anne.
I guess the opposition within the Council of Elders is still desperately fighting to obstruct the flame chase. If the conspiracy is exposed, they'll be hunted down in the Holy City like rats with nowhere to run, no matter where they hide. My teleslate.
Yo, no. Global announcement due to the force make sure the world web operation will be temporarily suspended. Please stay calm, remain in your homes. Fuck? Local golden threat enable emergency internal communication only. Lady go river disease. Please return to Holy City at once. I know it's hard to believe, but please come back soon. Anyway.
Aglaya is just blasted. Those guys.
What's it those guys doing?
But how could they possibly? Stay calm. This could just be one of her schemes. I won't believe it until I see it for myself.
Fainan, what should we do now?
Stay on course. I'll contact Treeby and ask her to keep the citizens calm. We'll hurry back to Akima as fast as possible and assess the situation in the city. If we run into any enemies along the way, I won't be merciful this time.
So this is where Fainan broke? Break! They become the Flame Reaver!
Cartonis? You're forging a sword for Fainan, aren't you? I haven't seen you wield the hammer in so long. I couldn't help but be entranced by the sight.
You, Aglaya, in this form you come to me. It means...
That's right. At this moment, my physical form is already shattered. My journey as a human in this world has come to an end. It's time to fulfill our pact.
Of course.
What?
The pact. I haven't forgotten.
The thing I entrusted to you. Do you still have it?
Far too plain this vessel is. Not worthy of you. Do you still insist?
I insist. Over the past 1,000 years, every piece of fabric I've worked with has been tainted by my cold divinity. It's made me hate their colors, texture, and scent. This ornament stands apart. It was a gift from a child. She was pure and kind. I often wished my childhood could have been like hers.
How to say goodbye to everyone? Have you already planned?
I'm afraid there's no such detailed plan this time. I deeply regret not being able to...
How she just die like that? What the fuck?
The moment has come. My departure will give them one less thing to worry about. This parting gift should help ease the regret of such a sudden goodbye.
Invented for the Titans, Kremnos' soul-forging technology was. Though divinity it retains, filtered out, the remnants of humanity will be. Is that what you want, Aglaya?
You've confirmed this with me repeatedly. Yes, Cartonis. I need you to do this for me. Condense my divinity into this ornament. It might still be useful in the future to help them complete their mission.
Selfless until the end. Envy that child. There's no need to. Already lived a grand life your humanity has.
Your praise puts my heart at ease, Grand Craftsman. Now, please, take me through the last tempering that fate has to offer.
The city is silent, and tension is building with every passing second. The news is probably spread by now. Every household is locked up tight. And all the market stalls have closed down temporarily.
Damn. Something about this feels like a scheme.
I hope so. I just can't believe she'd be taken down by a handful of assassins. If this is all part of a larger plan, Treeby must know something. She just couldn't say it in the message. Let's go find her.
What the fuck?
Hung came back before us. Well, don't worry. The cleaners didn't lay a hand on us. Lord Krateros, were you in the city when it happened? What exactly went down?
Regrettably, no one knows the details of that moment. Eyewitnesses only saw...
It's fine. Just tell me.
Eyewitnesses at the Memorial Palace saw Aglaia fall from the Chrysos airbath.
Oh, God.
She showed no signs of life by the time the Holy City Guards approached to check. They were too afraid to jump to conclusions. After all, she was a demigod who lived for over 1,000 years, the leader of the Chrysos heirs. Most citizens of the city believed that death couldn't touch her. She was pierced through the heart by a uniquely crafted dagger.
What?
I saw it for myself. It's one of the weapons carried by the cleaners.
No, that doesn't make sense. The ones who appeared in the grove and those who confronted Dan Heng in the Abyss didn't immediately resort to violence. They were just watching and trying to intimidate. They didn't have any reason nor the courage to attack Aglaia. Perhaps...
Speculating blindly won't help. Let's go find Lady Treeby. As she understands Aglaia mind best.
I'll stay here to lead the guards and maintain order. Find out what happened, but don't take too long. With Aglaia gone, someone has to take her place and lead Akama. Also, Miss Hyacinth was the one who declared Aglaia dead. You might want to speak with her.
Thank you, Lord Krateros.
Wow.
The baths are empty.
No citizen in betting is in here in the news.
Hyacinth.
You're back.
You have been quite surprised. Are you alright?
I'm fine. I've been staying close to Lady Treeby and Lady Trinan after the incident. It's great that you could come back so quickly. They need someone with them now.
You witnessed Aglaïa's?
Yes. We witnessed her final moments. I tried to treat her immediately, but even the sky's blessings declaring her death was the hardest thing I've ever had to do as a doctor. Lord Finan, don't push yourself. You're carrying a heavier burden now. Please, don't fall.
It's fine. I can handle it. What I've lost is a mentor and a comrade in arms. But for Treeby and Trinan, they've lost a 1,000-year-old bond. Like they're losing a part of their lives. You should rest, Hyacinth. You've been awake for a long time, haven't you? We'll handle things from here.
Okay. See you later, everyone.
Next, we should visit Lady Treby.
Yeah. Why is there no one here?
Snowy. Little Gray. You're back.
Lady Treby,
Snowy, don't. Please don't apologize to us. You went to the grove to prepare yourself for the threats to Akuma. You didn't do anything wrong, so don't be hard on yourself. We were always by Aggie's side throughout this long journey, so we understood her thoughts better than anyone. She knew she wouldn't see the end of the flame chase journey, yet she gave everything without hesitation. For the future of everyone.
I know what Aglaya expected of me. Right now, the last thing Akuma needs is a leader wallowing in self-pity.
The scroll over there was entrusted to us by Aggie. She instructed us to hand it over to you when the time was right. I think now's the right time.
Shit. What is it? Nameless recollection?
Finan, my humble student, my trusted colleague. As I write this, you are locked in a battle of words with the Council of Elders, fighting for the survival of the flame chase journey on a battlefield where the smoke of war is invisible. I deeply regret and feel guilty for hastily pushing you and the Trailblazer into the debate. But please forgive me. At that moment, I could not afford to show any sign of weakness before you, as it would have crushed your morale. I considered the debate a routine affair, assuming I could win merely with the support and experience we'd accumulated over centuries. But I underestimated Kindness and her party's cunning, and also the deterioration of my own senses. The trap was likely set by the debater Calictus. He had prepared a severed golden thread in advance, revealing it to the public when Kindness was faltering in the debate. He claimed I was reading everyone's thoughts with the golden thread to cheat in the debate. I could have countered that low tactic in 100 ways, but my words slipped out before I could even think about them. With deceitful scoundrels like you in the crowd, I have no choice but to rely on the golden thread to keep watch over everything in this holy city. You can imagine the reaction that comment provoked. At that moment, I felt my time was running short. The divinity in this body might be eternal, but that is not the essence of me. I am a daughter of humanity, born of my mother, and I will die as a human. Realizing that my humanity was fading, I began to plan my exit. What kind of departure would not waste such a belated death? I have yet to find the ideal answer, but I knew I couldn't simply fade away in my sleep like anyone else. The serpents have always lurked in the darkness, terrified of their heads being cut off by the golden thread. If my departure were to be calm and uneventful, it would only lead to a swarm of those serpents emerging from their nests. Regrettably, a peaceful death is a luxury I cannot afford. I must feign weakness deliberately to make those serpents lose patience and act rashly. Just as they think they've struck and sunk their fangs into my heels, that's when I'll strike back, igniting the final blaze to burn away the threats hidden in the shadows.
So what she do?
The blaze
She done.
soaring into
She
the
did.
sky might sow fear and confusion, but I have no worries about people losing their way. After all, Akima still has you to guide them, Finan.
What does she do?
You're not perfect, Finan. I've witnessed your confusion, recklessness, and deep sensitivity, dawn after dawn. The heavy burdens of your past have always weighed you down, inflicting deep pain. Yet, in your way, you are perfect. You embrace everyone's imperfections, always ready to find the precious qualities hidden beneath their rough exteriors. Unconditionally, that might be what sets our Sky Father Kefili apart from other deities. They recognize the imperfections in their creations, yet still choose to shine their light on them, offering protection with unconditional love. Finan, while you zealously pursued strife, believing it to be your destined path, from the very beginning, my thoughts have never changed. You are the destined world-bearer of Amphorius, the gate to Amphorius's future. Go, complete the flame-chase journey of the prophecy, ignite the stars, and inspire hope in the hearts of humanity. I will be waiting at the end of the West Wind, looking forward to the miracle you will create.
The end of the West Wind.
Aglaya, how could I possibly be worthy of the burning torch you've passed into my hands? Dalong, can you do me a favor?
Whatever I can help with, just say the word.
Please deliver a message to Lord Krateros. Have him gather the Holy City guards and the Kremnoans to spread the word from door to door. At the lucid hour tomorrow, Finan will speak at the Marmorial Palace. Urge everyone who has concerns about the Holy City's future and the Flame Chase journey to attend this gathering. Tell them Aglaya has left Amphorius the seeds of hope.
Understood.
Thank you. It's been a harrowing day for everyone. Please make sure to rest well and collect your thoughts. I need to prepare.
Cartolas has arrived.
Cartonas, what brings you to Marmorial Palace? I plan to get everything settled before coming to see you. Is there something urgent, Cartonas?
How are you holding up, I wanted to see. Better than I expected you seem.
There's no room for doubt anymore. It's time to take action and show everyone that the leadership of the Chrysos heirs is still strong.
Right, your assessment is... Now, here, take this.
Is this it?
Ooh! It's a sword for his 5-star.
Dawnmaker. The name I've chosen for it.
Dawnmaker?
Before dawn, prepare for battle. For tomorrow, wield your sword Befits your stature, it does, Chrysos heir.
Dawnmaker. Unbelievable. You've never seen that black-clad sword master. Yet you've recreated this so precisely, just from what I described.
Precise, your description. Imbued it with the power of dawn I already have. Guided by your will, gleam with golden flames, its blade will. Wield it, may triumph always be yours.
Thank you, Cartonis. I will use this sword to protect the beings of Emphorius.
Another thing there is.
What's this?
Oh shit.
Stored here, the remnants of Aglaya's divinity are. This was her commission. Her death she had long foreseen.
Can she still hear us?
It's difficult to confirm. About divinity, we know very little. In this way, she wanted to be with you. Always.
I understand. Let me keep it. With this, I'll have another constant companion by my side. May this world never have a need for a deliverer. Someone told me long ago. But when the world dashed her hopes and fell into disarray, if she could see me now, leading from the front, rallying people against their destiny, she would surely smile.
How will the Holy City continue without Lady Goldweaver? Look! Lord Finan is here.
Ooh, dynamic camera? Alright.
Please step up to lead Akama.
Not long ago, I spoke at the Citizens' Assembly at Dawncloud. I wrestled with every word, searching for the right ones to rally support and keep the Chrysos heir's flame chase alive. In the end, I remembered a lesson from one of my teachers. In battles where words are weapons, outrage and blind passion often overpower reason. I followed his strategy. I painted my opponents as nothing more than pests, tore apart their character, and laid out their crimes. The strategy worked. I secured enough votes to achieve my goal, but afterward, there wasn't even a flicker of joy. I realized that apparent victory masked a deeper failure. In my pursuit of success, I fueled division and strayed far from my very purpose that led me to the flame chase journey. This journey was supposed to unify, not divide. To strengthen us, not weaken us. It was the gold thread that mended our rifts in the past. Some saw it as a means of surveillance, a tool of control. But no one can deny that it was Aglaya who held this city and even this shattered world together. Now she is gone. Yes, as you have heard, the demigod Aglaya, who guarded the holy city for a millennium, has indeed fallen.
Well, he let everyone stand in the portal. What?
Who murdered Lady Goldweaver?
Find the murderer! Make them pay!
Oh, at least more NBC. Jesus Christ.
I felt the same as all of you initially. I wanted to stand here beside you, to condemn the sinners, to discuss retribution, and to see justice brought down upon them. But my perspective has changed. The golden threads that once bound this city have unraveled. Yet no one is celebrating their freedom from control. In the empty markets and bath chambers, one feeling lingers. Unease.
Dang.
Deep down, we all know the last safeguard against the harm we may do to each other is gone. No divine power will protect us from the malice in our hearts. From now on, only the moral code we choose to uphold for ourselves will stand between us and the abyss.
Finon has a way with words.
If it were me up there, I could do it too.
You think highly of yourself, don't you?
The flame-chased journey is nearing its end. With only one titan left for the Chrysos heirs to conquer. Aquila! Before I rise to the skies, I challenge you. Cast out the shadows and malice within your hearts. Let your spirit shine brighter than the sky itself. Let me bear witness. Even without the divine authority of romance, Akima will remain a sanctuary in these end times. A place for the kind people Aglaya dreamed of. The kind of people foretold in prophecy. A better people!
Better people! Better people! Better people! Better people! Better people! Better people!
I appreciate your willingness to accept the challenge. You have reminded me that Aglaya left me perhaps the simplest duty in the world. To bear the burden of creation, I need only to give one thing. It's a gift she once gave me without hesitation, and now I share it with each of you. Unshakable faith. There's still a long way to go before Amphorius is reborn. But we will not forget the past as we move forward. For the memories of Amphorius will always benefit future generations. Allow me this moment. I want to borrow a few minutes of your time to commemorate a demigod who protected the holy city for a millennium. She was Akima's dressmaker, the leader of the Chrysos heirs, the Gold Weaver, Aglaya, and her greatest feat was being a selfless person.
singing sounds so familiar.
Damn.
That's our song, and Snowy used to love it.
Yes, Lady Trian. For that child filled with anxiety. Your songs always dispelled the clouds in my heart. Even if for just a moment.
Bruh.
Snowy was so cute and kind when he was little. Now, you've grown so much. Maybe not as cute, but still just as kind.
Time spares no one, so there's nothing we can do. But kindness, you helped nurture it in me.
Don't mention it. Your light is as bright as ever. Keep it up and stay strong. See you, Snowy.
Goodbye, Lady Trian.
I heard what you said. Are you suggesting the debate tactics I've taught you are nothing but sleight of hand?
Not
Shit.
at all, Professor Anaxa. Honestly, without those techniques you taught me, the flame chase journey might not have survived.
Good thing your head's still clear. The Chrysos heir of Kefali. I had no idea you had it in you while I was drilling those formulas in your head in class.
Who could have thought, Professor? By the way, I've completely forgotten those formulas now.
Some things never change. In our next lives, I'll teach you how to truly embrace your divine duties.
I'll be waiting. Goodbye, Professor Anaxa.
Bruh, everyone's dying.
Miss Castros, aren't you going to say something?
Lord Finan, you have always been so approachable. Ever since we first met, you've seen me as a friend. It was the first time I understood what everyday friendship was like. But that's dangerous.
Dangerous?
Laughing and chatting with you, I sometimes forget who I am. And for someone with my kind of power, that's a real hazard.
I hadn't thought of it that way. Sorry, I forgot to consider your perspective.
Please, no apologies. Despite everything, thinking back on the times we spent together makes me really happy.
I feel the same.
Goodbye, Finan.
Goodbye, Gasteras. Aglaya.
Remember, Finan, after completing the flame chase, leave the decision to initiate the miracle of Genesis to the Amphorians. The Chrysos heirs are the executors of the prophecy, yet they, the people, are the true masters of this world.
Rest assured, I always keep your teachings in mind. The difference between a presumptuous hero and a tyrant is a fine line.
Well said. You've got a good memory.
It's late. Anything else you'd like to add?
Anything else? Even in your imagination, I'm not one to show my vulnerable side.
What?
No worries. I've long understood how difficult it is for you to open up completely. Thank you for bringing me here, Aglaya. You saved me.
Maybe what I wanted to save wasn't you, child, but this crumbling world.
Damn.
Goodbye, Finan.
Goodbye, Aglaya.
Did you forget me?
Forget you.
What?
Like I'd ever. We aren't parting ways forever. You're just off to guard the gates at Castrum Kremnos. Let's not make this a tearful farewell.
Bruh, what? Don't tell me he's dead.
You know just how to make a person uncomfortable. I have a feeling we'll meet again in this lifetime. Let's have another showdown then. deliverer.
That's very confident of you. I've changed since then. Have you seen this sword? It's a masterpiece freshly forged by Cartonis.
A bold statement for a mere mortal who hasn't yet claimed the power of a titan. See you around. Finding of Ides Elysiae.
It's a date, Mightymouse.
It's a date? Oh my god.
What a poignant, yet splendid journey. And it's still not over yet, is it?
Yes, Cyrene.
Oh shit.
I was right. In the end, you did become the deliverer in this story.
Oh shit.
A lot has changed while you were away. I've met so many people, tried so many things. I've found new resolve. And I've let go of some attachments. I'm not the same person I used to be.
But to me, you've never changed at all, Finan.
So cool. Days later, Dawn Cloud.
Dawn Cloud. This place holds so many different kinds of memories. I remember you could see the Gold Weaver sign from here. All the way down the mountain. But my eyes aren't what they used to be 1,000 years ago.
Cypher, you...
Seamstress. Tell me, does Akuma have any treasures so rare that not even your... I mean, our shop has seen?
Of course it has. I heard there's a gem of all worlds hidden somewhere in Dawn Cloud. Apparently, it's a piece that fell out of the Dawn device. It's truly a priceless treasure, being a part of Kefali's divine body. Even I, the
Gem of all worlds. Nice! Got it! Well, please keep looking after the shop while I...
Let me guess, Cypherer. You're probably already plotting to sneak into Dawn Cloud to steal that gem, aren't you? And your next move is probably trying to sell it to the highest bidder, then distribute that money to the poor and the refugees in the Holy City?
Look, Seamstress. Are you sure you aren't peeking into my head with your golden threads?
You might be skilled at covering up lies, but your compassion is all over your face, plain as day. Don't lie to yourself. Do you honestly think this is the right thing to do, Cyphra?
What else am I supposed to do? That's the only thing I can do with my power. You keep talking about how I have the potential to become a good person. Or even what people— I don't know what I need to do to get there! I can't weave golden dresses like you. I can't sing as well as Miss Hycilens. And I definitely don't know as much as Big Sis Treby. The only things I'm good at are the underhanded street smarts that no one even respects. But I still want to be worthy of you. I want to prove that you've made the right choice. Even thieves can dream. Right?
I know, Cyphra. I know. You are justified in your anger. Destiny is never fair. And your path is doomed to be even worse than everyone else's. You are fated to walk in the dark and bear the world's misunderstanding in this journey. But you have to believe that everyone in this world is unique in their own way. I am convinced that you're the only one who can bear the authority of trickery. even if you have to contend with the legendary 300 master thieves of Dolos.
Aglaya. I just want everyone to believe that the world is beautiful and that everyone is simple and kind. If only I could get everyone to believe that. Would that lie become reality? If enough people believed in it, even though it's a lie.
Lies will always be lies, Cyphera. But sometimes they can be more noble than the truth.
Worse.
Are you really planning to just stand there forever? Honestly, sneaking around doesn't suit you, Deliverer.
I never thought I could slip past your sharp ears, Miss Cypher. I just didn't think it'd be right to interrupt when you're obviously lost in thoughts.
Still as charming with your words as ever, boy. Your speech at the public baths wasn't half bad, I'll admit. It managed to touch my heart. Just a smidge.
Thank you. I had a feeling back then that you were in the audience. Intuition certainly is a thing of wonder.
Oh, and you didn't call me out on the spot. You waited all this time to tell me.
Well, I thought you'd need some time to yourself. After she passed away.
None of your business. Enough small talk. Tell me, what kind of trouble did you run into that you need me, the super old-timer, to step in?
Hasn't the old cat girls?
We've only met a couple of times, but you've always gone straight to business. I respect that about you, old-timer, so I'll cut to the chase. You're probably aware that Aglaya has earned the support of the entire city for the Chrysos heirs. Everyone believes that she died at the hands of council members who were against the flame chase. And the citizens' fury has been dragging these schemers out of the shadows one by one. But they didn't get everybody. To this day, we still haven't found Elder Kindness, the leader of the cleaners.
I see. You're afraid she'll do something wild now that she's pushed into a corner, aren't you?
Yes. I believe that Kefali's core flame, forever enshrined above the council theater, would be the opposition's final trump card against the Chrysos heirs. We're setting out to campaign against Aquila in a few days. With the Chrysos heirs gone, it'll be their best chance to strike.
You think those desperate dogs will try to snatch the core flame while you're gone? So you want me to give them a nice long walk while you're away, right?
You sure saw right through me, Miss Cypher. I know exactly what you can do. Godlike speed, perfect disguises, untraceable movement, and that most enigmatic authority of trickery. I have only one request. Please, use whatever tricks you need to protect Kefali's core flame. Even if you have to deceive the rest of the Chrysos heirs as well.
Uh-huh. Hey, Deliverer. Do you honestly think that there's no way I'll turn you down? Do you even have any plan Bs if I decide to nope out on this?
As the demigod of trickery, there are no other trump cards in the world that can outrank you. I'm sure you know the answer to your own question, Miss Cypher.
What confidence. You talk as if you have everything in the palm of your hand. Huh. So you did learn a thing or two from her. I'll give you that. Then let me tell you something you don't know. The Flame Reaver. They've been watching Akama closely.
You mean?
Bet you didn't expect that, huh? I've been tracking them all this time. And this is my conclusion. That lunatic may have lost their mind. But they're no fool. Why do you think they haven't made a move on Akama yet?
Professor Anaxa once analyzed this. He thought it was probably because Kefali's core flame was protected by the Council of Elders' secret art.
Ha! Sacred art's my foot! I could break those mechanisms with the flick of my finger.
Secret off.
Allow me to let you in on the actual secret. They probably held off from attacking Akuma because the Seamstress's defense network was way tougher than you thought. Now that she's gone, and you're heading out to the Eye of Twilight, with the city's defenses in shambles.
What a dangerous situation we find ourselves in. But since you're the one who brought it up, I'm guessing you already have a solution in mind.
Just look how ridiculously calm you are right now. But you guessed it right. Consider this a 2-for-1 deal. I'll keep that lunatic entertained on top of protecting Kefali's core flame. You owe a big favor after this.
You have my deepest gratitude. That Flame Reaver's power is truly unfathomable. Please be careful.
Don't forget, Deliverer. There's a fundamental truth in this world. Cyphera will always get the last laugh. No need to worry about a demigod. I'll do my job. So you need to make sure you don't die before you pay me.
Shit. What's the hell going on, bruh? Meanwhile, in group Epiphany, we gonna kill Australia right now?
I'm back. I've been trying to stay away from here since the Black Tide destroyed the grove. And through that, stay away from the memories that might make me sad. But the wind keeps pulling me back. Maybe that's the Twilight Courtyard's duty, after all. I know, little Erika. I know. I too miss the days when we all studied together. But we have an even more important mission this time round. Lord Finan has already set the date to campaign against Aquila. Being a descendant of the Sky People, You're right. At least I can still afford to get lost in thought once in a while. Oh, ancestors. Please wait for just a bit longer. The time I spent in the grove deserves some reminiscence.
Silence at dawn. Hyacinth, we got the ball, so we can use Hyacinth now. If that's true. Yes.
Bree, have you ever seen...
Love 18.
This was where Professor Anaxa gave us the lesson. I can still see that day in my mind.
And that was your last lesson in the Grove. Now, each of you will head off on your own path. How much the Grove's teachings can help you in the real world depends on how well you can put knowledge into practice. However, heed this warning. If you ever do anything disgraceful out there, don't ever claim you were the student of Anaxagoras, one of the 7 sages.
Professor Anaxa, there are still other classes scheduled on the calendar. Are you sure you didn't...
Firstly, call me Professor Anaxagoras. Secondly, to clarify, the last lesson means the last lesson I will teach you. I will be entering seclusion from today onwards to research ancient alchemy, and all my teaching activities will be put on hold.
Ah, I see. So you're saying that the lessons taught by all the other teachers aren't good enough to be considered lessons?
All you do every day is wag that sharp tongue of yours. That's a credit deduction.
Bruh.
Of ID's Elysiae.
Oh, Castell's
I
left.
have nothing left to say. Next.
Please wait, Professor. According to the Grove's protocols for a cohort's final class, the lecturer should take some time in that lesson to discuss the students' post-graduation aspirations with them and guide them toward a solid path. Surely you can't skip such a crucial step, Professor.
The teaching assistant, Miss Hyacinth, is truly Professor Anaxa's nemesis.
Fine. Since Hyacinthia insists on this, let's go through the process. Since some of you are so eager to speak, Why don't we start with you, Finan of Ides Elysiae? What is your post-graduation aspiration?
Me? Well, it's not exactly an aspiration, but the only thing I want to do is to protect the people I care about.
I see. So you want to be a hero? How boring. Next.
I didn't say...
Castoris, you've been giggling for quite some time. How about you go next?
Perhaps my answer is a bit vague and meaningless, Professor Anaxagoras, but... I hope the world can be freed from the agony of death, so that every living being may find calming peace.
How naive. So naive that it makes me want to weep for your fairy tale. See, this is why I don't want to follow those outdated protocols. All I get are boring answers. Since you suggested this whole process, why don't you wrap this up, Hyacinthia? Share your aspiration with everyone, and let's see if yours stands out.
So it's finally my turn. Good thing I came prepared. My aspiration is nothing less than completing the final blank page at the end of the hero's epic.
Blank page? An interesting description. Do explain, assistant.
I've read all of Amphorius's heroic epics while studying at the Grove, and a common thread came to my attention. Almost every epic ends with a description of the hero's achievements. But few mention how the everyday people of that time lived. No one recorded the struggles and suffering the commoners endured.
So you're saying that, instead of legendary heroes, you're more focused on commoners living on the peripheries of historical records?
Perhaps I'm influenced by my background. My ancestor, Seliosi the Day Thunder Knight, raised her spear against the sky and ushered in the flame-chasing era that continues to this day. Her story is told to every child descended from the Skyfolk. We have no doubts about Celiosi's greatness, yet her towering figure overshadowed every record from that entire era. What about the Day Thunder Knight's family, allies, and friends? What about the survivors and those who died in the great battles? Whenever I think about their stories by the campfire, I realize the details of those legends have been long lost, and only Celiosi's name remains. Her brilliance had become as blinding as Aquila's, lording over everything on the ground. That's why I'm glad that my era does not lack heroes. All my ancestors had was a sad past. But I have a future I want to protect. Instead of becoming a hero and ushering in a golden deluge to baptize the world anew, I want to stay in the backline and save all the ordinary humans from drowning in the rising waves. I wish not to return to the sky, but to walk among the masses on Earth. I believe it's the only way for the saga of creation.
What's she yapping about? Oh my god.
Everyday people in its blank page. I'm getting embarrassed from remembering how I said all that. But my beliefs have never changed. Now I really have a chance to stay behind the hero's front line and realize my dream.
Hessin?
What are you doing here?
Oh my god, she called him Danny. Didn't expect to see you again in the group. Finally mentioned you were gearing up for the campaign again at Australia. Are you here to...
You guessed it. To reach Aquala's realm in the sky, descendants of the Sky People must perform a bloodline ceremony, summon the spirits of our ancestors, and get their blessings. That's the only way for creatures on Earth to forge the rainbow bridge to the sky. And the soul of the first ancestor I want to see is here in the grove.
The Rainbow Bridge is essential to retrieve the core theme of Aquila, but taking such vital ceremony along is far too risky.
Don't worry. I have little Erika with me. You'll protect me, won't you? Good, Erika. Well, what brings you here, Danny?
I'm collecting as many mental research about the Titan as I can. Everything about Apophis is a valuable addition to our data bank while I get back to the Astro Express.
Right. If all goes as planned, you and Gray will be able to go home after this mission, won't you?
Yes, assuming we can actually break the curse about the world beyond the sky. I had a feeling it's not going to be smooth sailing.
Could it be that you too have some kind of hidden powers to make prophecies now?
That's not it, but starting to question how real everything is after the conversation with a member of Council Elden.
Nope, I didn't understand that either, little Erika.
Don't worry about it, there's a lot of things I still don't understand.
Since we've already met up, why don't you come with me, Danny?
I was thinking the same thing. The grove is fraught with danger right now, and extra pair of hands translate to extra security.
That's the dependable express guard for you. So, shall we get going?
Let's switch to Hyacinth. That's cute. Damn, she's cute. Wait. Do you have another pet? Oh yeah.
The chromocopter is vibrating. There must be memory.
What's this?
This is the divine object of the Sky People, the chromocopter. Our ancestors dictated that when a descendant of the Sky Folk is ready to challenge Aquila again, they must first awaken the spirits of their ancestors with the chromocopter and receive their benediction. Only after this can the chosen Sky Folk reascend to the heavens.
Is it to prevent those who are not qualified from honestly losing their lives?
Very prudent, wouldn't you say? The soul of an ancestor slumbers here. Now, I will awaken them.
Right.
I am Hyacinthia from the Twilight Courtyard, a descendant of the sky who has inherited the duty of flame chase. The time has come to fulfill our clan's destiny. I will join the heroes of the prophecy to return to the sky and retrieve the core flame. Ancestor, please bestow upon me your generous blessing.
Yeah. Hyacinth used the chromocopter to summon the hero spirit while sensitive. After our discussion, she obtained a postcard missing from magistrate Christmas. Oh, thank God, I skipped all that.
Now, the next ancestor on the list. Her spirit is said to rest in the vortex of Genesis. Pity that the ceremony has to be performed in strict order. Shall we head back to Akama together, Danny?
Vortex of Genesis, huh? I have a suggestion. Remember how you suggest I learn the secret art of water from Fragor's priest? I've been practicing that in my spare time and making progress now. As long as I have spirit water with me, I can use the techniques to carve a path directly to Vortex of Genesis.
Oh, I remember! I didn't expect you to keep at it this long. That's so like you, Danny.
Compared to the currents of my home, the water forces are rather untamed. Subduing the water wasn't easy, but I got the hang of it now.
That makes sense. Bagusa was always described as a fickle titan in the myths. Since you're offering, then let me put your skills to the test, Danny.
Spirit water gauge from but this technique isn't stable as a ritual passing. It's likely only let one person through. As a Frankenstein designer, the entrance serves as the access. You need to come back to the vortex when you meet your ancestor spirit. Little Erika and I will be here waiting.
Got it. I'm counting on you, Danny.
Under the rushed step of the frenzy dance, the raw acceleration hide the world heartbeats. With water reveal the way. We don't even get to see an animation, really?
The vortex of Genesis. Unbelievable. Danny is full of surprises, but this does feel way more disorienting than the ritual basin. Wait, is Lady Treeby here too? And who is that next to her? Oh, I think I know who that is.
You haven't met her before?
You have to go already, Syphie? It's been ages since you were last in Akama. You could have taken some time to rest, and we could have caught up.
That's alright, big sister Treeby. I've gotten used to life on the road. Staying in this bustling city actually feels off. Besides, your prize student gave me an incredibly tough mission to handle.
Cut Snowy some slack, Syphie. He's still so young, yet he's shouldering all the responsibilities Aggie left behind. Besides, Snowy's not the kind to ask for help lightly. Since he came to you, it means you're the best person for the job.
You really spoil him, big sis Treeby.
Guess I'm past the age for someone to look after me.
Syphie.
Just kidding. I get it. That deliverer boy does have a certain charisma about him. It reminds me of Aglaia in her prime. Anyway, I'm about to head out. Oh, big sis Treeby, before I go, got a little gift for you.
Well, didn't expect you to be so thoughtful. What's in it?
That's a part of the game too. If you want to see the full picture of what's inside, you'll have to wait until nightfall.
A gift with a mysterious twist? Seriously?
Huh? Looks like we have company.
Lady Treeby, and this graceful lady must be Miss Cypher. I'm Hyacinthia from the Twilight Courtyard. Everyone calls me Hyacinth. Pleased to meet you.
Bright and cheery as a lamp. Well, hello there, pink child. I'm Cyphera from the long-fallen city-state of Dolos. As for the rest, it's all in the history books, so I don't need to repeat it here. So, you're from the Twilight Courtyard. Does that mean...
Yes, I'm a descendant of the Sky People, the Chrysos heir about to take over the authority of Sky.
Whoa! That's unexpected. I figured Celiosi's descendant would be, I don't know, taller, stronger.
Don't judge a book by its cover, Syphie. Cindy is a master of her craft. She's the most skilled and dependable physician in all of Amphorius.
Don't worry, Lady Cypher. I may not be as strong and warlike as Lady Celiosi from 1,000 years ago, but I'm
Celiosis?
to carry out the mission of the Skyfolk.
All this talk about missions, you're making it sound way too serious. You've got to look out for yourself, girl. Don't push yourself too hard. I'd hate to see that cute face all scratched out by Aquila's claws.
Syphie cracking jokes? Looks like you haven't forgotten what Aggie said all those years ago.
Anyway, I've got a mission to handle, so I'll get going. Good luck, Miss Hyacinth. And if things get tough, just let that deliverer take the lead.
Sapphire used the corner Wincy ability and teleport away from the vortex.
Miss Cypher is in such a hurry.
Don't worry. She's always been like that. It's good to have her back in Akama lending a hand. Oh, well, enough about her for now. You're here because of your mission, aren't you, Cinny? It's the perfect opportunity for me to go and tuck Sipey's gift away somewhere safe. The Vortex of Genesis is all yours.
I will join the heroes of the prophecy to return to the sky and retrieve the core flame. Ancestor, please bestow upon me your generous blessing.
Yeah. General Extra revealed see multiple tower attributes at the end of Rainbow Bridge. The skyfall with men doesn't down.
General Extra is so different from how the records described her. She's quite a gentle person. Alright, time to head back to the grove. I shouldn't keep Danny and little Erika waiting.
You're back. How did it go?
It went great. Your spirit water art was a huge help, Danny.
Do you mind sharing what your ancestors would have said to you? I see recount conversation with General Extra Danhan.
What's wrong, Danny?
Nothing. Sound like everything went smoothly. It just I'll be concerned about the prophecy you mentioned. At the end of the Rainbow Bridge, skyfall remained dusk and dawn. It somehow hidden up sadness in the brief verse.
You've always been a bit of a sensitive soul, haven't you, Danny? Lady Trinan deciphers countless prophecies every day, and this one's just another among many. Don't worry too much about it.
Also,
Come on, Danny. Don't look so gloomy. We're gonna have to take a long trip for the final visit to the ancestors.
where are you going?
The final stop is Lord Mighty's home, Castrum Kremnos.
Castrum
Wait
Kremnos.
there. This is it.
Castrum Kremnos.
Mighty has been fighting the Black Tide here, alone day after day. I'm worried about him.
He sent a message earlier carried by Thunder warning us to watch out for the flame ring reactions.
That means he hasn't been consumed by the Black Tide's madness yet. We're here to complete an important mission. We shouldn't interfere with this battlefield. Don't you agree, Danny?
I agree.
There. That sleeping spirit is my grandmother.
Your grandmother?
Yes, my grandmother Jacinta was a warrior. She represented the Twilight Courtyard in the Kremnos Festival. She fought her way through every challenge and reached the final stage of the Kremnos Festival. She was just one step away from securing a peace treaty for the Skyfolk, but was ultimately defeated by the champion warrior of that time. I've never looked too deeply into the details of such ritualistic violence. The scroll simply described it as a glorious duel. But behind the glorious duel was a tragic end. Not long after the festival, my grandmother's injuries worsened, and she passed away far from home. This prophecy tablet was left here by the Kremnoans to honor her final wish. Her death marked the final collapse of the Twilight Courtyard, already fragile under the shadow of war.
And the Kremnon warrior she fought against
Was Lord Krataros.
Oh, yeah, you still saved his life, even though he's took your family.
Seeing him lying there, gravely wounded, bleeding out, I can't put what I felt at that moment into words. But when I heard Lord Krataros took that fatal blow to protect Lady Trian, all those tangled feelings faded away. To quote Lord Finan, Krataros must have done that to become a better man.
Stay true courage to forgive you every bit as strong as your ancestor had you seen.
You're You're getting better at this, Danny. In her final diary entry, my grandmother wrote that when the moment of destiny comes, a descendant of the Sky People would deliver the message of their departure to her spirit. I wonder what she'd think when the one awaking her turns out to be her beloved granddaughter. I will join the heroes of the prophecy to return to the sky and retrieve the core flame. Ancestor, please bestow upon me your generous blessing.
Is this the world of the living? Wait. You!
Grandmother? It's me. You're Hyacinthia.
Hyacinthia! My little hummingbird. Why? How? Why is it you who awakened me? I have never imagined this. I thought I would feel happy for all my ancestors when this day came, but now I can't even experience the joy of seeing you again.
Do you remember that you and Father took me to my very first sky rite when I was 8? Back then, you wanted me to pick one accessory out of 4. The sun crown representing nobility, the storm bracelet symbolizing strength, the ice ring embodying wisdom, and the radiant pendant signifying kindness. Grandmother, do you remember the one I chose?
You spoke an innocent little prayer, infusing a faint thread of light to that modest...
Yes, and I remember how surprised you were. In all those centuries, no other child of the Sky People had ever made the same choice I did.
Hyacinthia, there was a time when I thought you were a timid child. You never had much interest in swords or battle and had no relation to that fiery determination and strength in our blood. Yet I've told myself, that's not a bad thing. If my hummingbird could live her life in kindness and optimism, then it'd be a good thing. I never thought the burden of retrieving the core flame of Aquila would fall to you.
Don't worry about me, Grandmother. I believe what makes someone a Skyfolk isn't just outstanding strength, but the capacity to shape the world. When the world cried out for a hero to challenge the gods 1,000 years ago, Zeliosi stepped forward and began the flame-chasing era. And now, as the flame-chase journey nears its end, this broken world is crying out for something else. Isn't it poetic? A saga that spans 1,000 years, began with sky, and will also end with sky.
You're still as optimistic as ever, just like when you were a kid. If your mind is set, Hyacinthia, then carry your resolve through to the very end. Return to the sky with my blessing, and watch over this world on the threshold of salvation.
Grandmother, thank you. But I have one last request.
Speak, Hyacinthia. We should still have some time.
Before you go, could you tell me the tale of the Sky Hero once more? Just like you used to?
Then listen closely, my dearest hummingbird. After all, this will be the last time. For millennia, the Titans waged relentless wars, leaving the world scarred and ravaged. A century of the Chrysos War plunged the nations into chaos and decay until a spear, fueled by mortal rage, pierced through the smoke and flames that buried the prophecy of deliverance. Aquila, the celestial shaper,
Deliverance.
the 100-eyed divine bird crowned with the blazing sun and wielding thunder. Those struck blind in 99 eyes by Picador, they kept one eye glaring at the children of Twilight who received divine blessing, yet turned their weapons against the gods. The Chrysos heir of the sky, Seliosi, the Day Thunder Knight, ascended the forbidden lands of the Eye of Twilight at dusk, clad in wings. To her left was the lion-headed Solibus the Sunlit Wings, whose roars breathed divine flames and scorched the world. To her right was the horse-bodied Lunibus, the Moonlit Plume, whose graceful steps trampled the stars in the heavens. The one warrior and her two beasts challenged the ruler of the sky, determined to seize the divine core flame through plunder. The Titans' every roar summoned lightning bolts, and their every movement stirred cyclones. The wounded Titan's blood poured down like boiling rain upon the world and converged into scalding torrents. In the final moments of battle, the sunlit wings set the Titan's wings aflame, while the moonlit plume sealed the divine body. The battered hero of the sky, with her wings broken and her body covered in wounds, struggled to lift her spear and pierced the last monstrous eye. The Titan's divine body crashed to the ground, and with it, the sky tore apart like fabric, about to fall, with its god. The fear and pleas of mortals urged the hero of the sky to rise again. Seliosi, the Day Thunder Knight, the first of the Chrysos heirs to slay a god in this world, charged into the crumbling body of Aquila with her two fearless winged companions. She merged with the Titan, holding up the sky once more, only to leave behind a powerful message for the world. My descendants will be blessed and cross the Rainbow Bridge back to the sky. At the end of the prophecy of Genesis, they will reclaim the core flame from my hands.
Today's the day.
Wow, I didn't expect it to be so lively up here. Are these people here to send off the Chrysos heirs?
There's Sveinen. Let's go talk to him.
Okay. Cool. Do we have enough now? Is it enough? Come on. Need 20 more. Oh my god.
This world may
What the fuck?
thousands of ills, but the number of sufferers is countless, like ocean-going sails. The father and daughter who inherit.
Yeah, I don't care. Give me the chase.
Father?
Give me the chase, please.
This.
And the father though he had told.
Maybe I will.
The blessings of the brawn, perhaps childishly, and thunder. What a gentle, but where the god, that grand, but her father, that girl, and she brought father and on that night he will the departed.
Shit, this is the last one.
But being able to see. Teacher.
The drone device.
There's only one.
Shit. Is it complete? Yes. Right, before I go, let's do some gambling. Oh my god. It's a fucking mess. Oh my god. Brother. Fuck me, dude. Fuck me. Alright, fuck the shit. Thank you for enduring me. Jesus, gambling is so unreal. See you again.